You're listening to today's inspirational message on the Proverbs with Kurt Bjorklund.
One of the things that pride can do in our lives is keep us from putting in the hard work of gaining wealth, as Proverbs says, little by little. There's no doubt that money and our dreams, our hopes, have some connection. Obviously, there are things money can't buy, like love and a sense of peace and security, but money also provides a lot of opportunities in life. And one of the things that Proverbs 13:11 says is that wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. The NLT says, wealth from a get-rich-quick scheme will not last. And one of the things that is true when we're proud is that we don't want to work for money, and we don't want our kids to probably have to work either for money. And I guess this isn't one thing, and we probably want to appear as if we have it together without having to put in the work, which is probably part of the point of verse 7, which is, again, one person pretends to be rich yet has nothing, and another pretends not to have anything. And that does seem to be true. People downplay or overplay the status symbols of wealth. But here's what Proverbs 13:11 really shows, and that is that the wise gain wealth little by little. One ancient manuscript of this text, the Masoretic text, says it this way: the wealth of, and this is the Hebrew word, hebel, will dwindle. And the Hebrew word meaning for dwindle is a puff of air or something impermanent. And that's the hebel word. And this can refer to either something that's gained quickly, but it's also likely painting a picture of wealth that is not built on an ethical foundation. The wealth of hebel is wealth that's gained through, and this is what Bruce Waltke says, tyranny, injustice, exhortation, lies, and windfalls at the expense of others. So Proverbs 13 is a call to earn everything that we earn with honesty and integrity. And that's part of what pride sometimes keeps us from doing, because not only do we want it hastily, but we're willing to cut some corners to get something now, or we're even willing to pretend a little bit in order to make ourselves appear better off than we are. But there's a second component to what the wise do with wealth, and that is they know something about how to pass wealth on, to distribute wealth. Passing wealth on to the next generation in many ways can do them more harm than good. This is counterintuitive. Here's what Buswell, one commentator on the Proverbs, said: such wealth may be squandered and often squelches the initiative to work. And what that really means is that some of the richest blessings that we can pass on to the next generation are not material, but it's in character development. And too much wealth too soon can stunt this kind of development. And this can apply to wealth for kids and grandkids, but also for a company that promotes someone too soon or gives someone a share in the company without having put in time in the trenches. And this is the idea that it's better to work slowly towards something than it is to have it too soon. You may get to a place where you receive something really early or quickly in life, and what you probably need to understand is it actually does more harm than good. I remember years ago, I used to play basketball with a couple guys. One of them was a professional athlete. And I was playing basketball with him the day that he signed a $100 million contract. And he was in his early 20s, mid-20s at the time, mid-20s. And I remember thinking, I'll never see $100 million, but I remember thinking, if I had $100 million in my 20s, I think I would have become an absolute terror with people, because I wasn't mature enough to handle that kind of wealth. And so in many ways, the lesson of Proverbs 13:11 is to say, don't resent toil. Don't resent working diligently where you are. And don't take away the blessing of struggle from others just because you can make their lives easier financially. Because pride can cause you to cause wealth to be this hebel, this thing that in a sense is a puff of air, something that doesn't last, that doesn't achieve what we hope it will achieve.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.